Hello, everyone, and welcome back. No, skip the music. We're going to be finishing up Finis's route today in Code Realize Future Blessings. Let's see. Deli's room, I don't really like Deli's room. I don't know. It's just a bunch of stuff about Deli. Like, there's a lot of stuff about Deli. People may like Deli, but I kind of find him a little bit annoying. I don't want to continue. Hold on, new game. I want to see what else there is. There's not... Let's see. White Rose, we've already done all that. So there's an after story with Lupin's gang. It just says, A Tale Yet Untold. I don't know who she is or how she's related to Lupin. We've done Sherlock Holmes and we're doing Finis right now, but that's it, I believe. So I probably won't do, what's her name? I don't even know her name. It just says Lupin's gang. So I probably won't do her because there hasn't been any interest in her really. Like, I haven't even read her in my first playthrough, so it tells you how interested I was then. So after Finis's endings today, we are completely done with Future Blessings. And I mentioned this in 9RIP in my little intro, but for here, Code Realize, going forward, I'm going to be recording some Wintertide Miracles probably. And I will be posting those throughout December because they're Christmas stories. If I can get some love triangles recorded as well, I'll post those as well. But I don't know if that's all Wintertide Miracles has. It's been a really long time since I read it. Like, thinking about it, Sholmes is in it, and I don't have a clue what Sholmes' story was about. Like, what we just read in Sholmes during this is all I remember. I'm sure something will spark my memory, but I remember him never ever getting the poison rid from her body, and that just disappointed me so much. So I have a feeling that even in Sholmes' route in Wintertide Miracles that still doesn't happen. Because otherwise it would have made a bigger lasting impression on me. Alright, so we're going to be starting with the happy end because that's just where it takes us at the beginning. Gentle birdsong tickles my ears. Let's see, it ended up in the last episode with them shooting the father sphere with a gun, and that's where it ended. It never showed us anything after that. It just showed memories of Isaac and when he named his children for the first time. The sunlight that passes through the trees dyes my clothing with speckles. Spectacles. As the beautiful afternoon sunlight shines down, I sit at the edge of the mansion and look through the letter that just arrived. Everyone seems to be doing well. After the Nautilus disappeared into the distant skies along with Father's plans, Finis and I had left London while the rebuilding efforts began and returned to Wales. I have many memories of this place, both good and bad. This place is where I stayed, all alone, as I held my knees. This place that twisted Isaac's fate. This place where the happiness of 4 family members undeniably existed. My mind wandering, I turned over the letter where updates on everyone were written. After the incident ending and things settled, Lupin apparently headed to Paris. He seemed to have someone to report to about the plan he was able to prevent after so many years of effort. He said that he'll consider returning to London once he delivers his report. Deli began his journey with the goal of protecting his surviving vampire brethren. Curiously, Van Helsing, the one who was meant to be the target of his vengeance, accompanied him. I wondered what happened between those two, at any rate. If Deli found a better sense of purpose than revenge, I couldn't be happier for him. He's like he's licking the bars, oh my goodness. Nemo was arrested as the architect of the Nautilus and currently awaits trial in the dungeon below the palace. But because London avoided catastrophe thanks to his abandoning the Nautilus, his punishment will likely be lighter. It should not be lighter. It doesn't matter if you give yourself in when you're arrested. Your punishment should be the same. But anyway. He's furious about not being able to conduct experiments, but MP visits him daily so he doesn't seem too lonely. On the other hand, I haven't heard from Alistair since that day at all. Rumor has it that he's plotting something in London. He's always plotting something. Out of everyone, he's got to be the one that I understand the least. St. Germain and Hansel came by this mansion every now and then as a part of their idea monitoring duty. Could realize was prevented, so they don't have any reasons to target us directly, but they can't ignore potential threats. Or that's the official reason anyway. Honestly, I just wanted to see your face, St. Germain would always say. He's so cute. I love him so much. Victor is running a clinic in London's lower town for the poor. Victor also took in Cece, saying that he's the only one who settled in one place, joking that Cece would be the clinic's mascot. We make sure to drop by whenever we visit London and get checkups while we're at it. Did he take up St. Germain's mansion? According to Victor, the horologium has apparently ceased its activity. The toxins were originally a byproduct from the process of the horologium's transition into the Philosopher's Stone. Therefore, now that the transition is halted, short of some external stimulus, it should be stable. Speaking of which, about Finis, although his body differs somewhat from that of a person's, there haven't been any particular issues. Gone are the backups and memory sharing now that the main body is destroyed, but it doesn't need any of those things, because the Finis of the present is living life as a human being. Phew. I let out a satisfied sigh, closed my eyes, and whispered, "Everyone is treading their own paths." The memory of the time I spent in London washed over me. A powerful urge to see my friends again. I stand up, letter in hand. Right then, I'd say I'm long overdue for a visit to London.
何が久々だよ。ほんの2週間前に行ったばかりじゃないか。
2 weeks ago.
手紙を見てニヤニヤしてる暇があったら、窓の修理を手伝ってよ。まったく。
Coming out with an exasperated expression was none other than the new owner of this mansion, my little brother Finis. I couldn't help but laugh as he begins to grumble complaint. We're living here now, so little by little we've begun repairing the mansion that is clearly less than habitable. Fixing the broken windows where the wind blows through, repairing a leaky roof, cleaning all the dust and cobwebs. Thanks to the huge size of the mansion, it's not a job that can be completed in one single day. You mean thanks to? That would be a nightmare to me. But the two of us quarreling as we clean the rooms bit by bit is fun, and it feels like we're making brand new memories. Ah, that's right, Finis. What do you think about going to London and gathering together Lupin and the others to help fix the house?
嫌だ、ダメだ、却下。
Absolutely not.
ルパンとかインピーとかネモとか、あんな奴らが手を加えたらどうなることか。
He said anything about Nemo. He's in jail.
ある日突然屋敷が空を飛んだらどうするんだよ。
A fine point. They're not gonna put a gravity eliminator in your mansion. But we're short-handed with just the two of us, and wouldn't it be so much more fun and lively with a bit of help?
何それ？僕と二人じゃ楽しくないって言いたいわけ？
Aw, you're gonna hurt his feelings, although I'm pretty sure he's faking it. But just makes a pouty face and looks away as if sulking.
ルパンたちに会いたきゃ勝手に行きなよ。僕はここで一人でしつこいカビ汚れと格闘してるからさ。一人で。
Alone. Come on, don't be like that, Finis. I make a small laugh and reach my hand over to him, to my precious one and only little brother. I hug him. He's so adorable with his little blushing faces. Of course it's fun. It's time that I get to spend together with family. Time that I hold dear and cherish more than anything else. I smile as I gently hug Finis. His silky silver hair shines brightly as if to reflect the sun's rays. If it's silver, I wish it would be portrayed as silver more, because it looks blonde in this. Except for when he turns into Isaac, then it looks white. But just the two of us is fine. I want you to learn more about love. Just like how Lupin took me away and showed me all kinds of worlds I've never known. I want to show you the world. I want to teach you so much of love. I want you to be able to laugh with Lupin and the others, with so many others. And then I'm sure you'll be happier than ever before. We are no longer dolls. We found love and became human. I can feel the warmth from our cheeks that touch. The deadly poison within me that harms and melts all I touch is no more. Smiling at the thought, it fills me with happiness. Finis shrugs his shoulders along with a bitter laugh.
もう分かったよ。 ロンドンに行くなら付き合ってあげるよ。僕は弟として姉さんに近づく悪い虫を排除する義務もあるしね。
Vermin, like Ippy. I'm counting on you. To laugh together would be so delightful. Spend time together would be so delightful.
ねえ、姉さん。
What is it? He's so cute.
一回しか言わないからな。絶対に聞き返すなよ。
Sure.
僕を愛してくれてありがとう。
Never ask me to repeat it. Sorry, one more time, I couldn't hear you. He's gonna slap you.
もういい。姉さんなんか嫌いだ。
Just like a little brother to he'd be all embarrassed as he says he loves his sister, and they're like, you know what? Never mind. Oh, come on, wait a second, Finis. Civilians born into the world from unique circumstances. That is how we learn to love and become human. And we will continue to live on as humans, alongside my many dear friends, and hand in hand with my precious, irreplaceable little brother. Alright, now we're going to go back to the very beginning. And we're going to take all the choices that leads to the normal end. Did we refuse his hand and do the bad end? Probably not. So let's do the bad end first, I guess. Alright, we're going to no, dang it. Yeah, it's in white, so refuse his hand. I'm not going with you. Slapping Finis's hand away, I take a step back. I am not going with you. Yes, I have the urge to know Fallah's intentions, but creating us is irreplaceable for his own deceased children. How can I trust someone who would toy with life like that? So I...
だから、どうするって？
Finis directs his ice-cold gaze at me.
逃げようとするのは勝手だけど、仮にここから逃げおおせたとして、姉さんに行き場所はあるのかな？
There's Lupin and the others.
へえ、自分から去ったくせに都合が悪くなるとまた利用するの？わざわざルパンたちの元を離れてここまで自分のことを探りに来たくせに、せっかくの手がかりを前にして腰が引けてるのはどうしてかな？ああ、そうか。姉さんはただ逃げ出したかっただけなんだね。
My path of retreat gradually close to me with Finis's words as he smiles, his lips twisting.
ルパンたちに怪物扱いされるのが怖くて、父様が怖くて、この先の未来が怖くて、場当たり的に逃げて耳を塞ぐだけ。
Ah!
安心したよ。姉さんはやっぱり人形だ。自分で動くことを放棄したただのものだ。
Finis takes something out and draws near to me as I'm unable to utter a word.
だったらもう何も考えなくていいよ。さようなら、姉さん。
Oh my goodness. Saying goodbye. Along with Finis's words, something within me begins to expand, and then my consciousness is soon melted away into the light. I can use that red pendant on her. Took you by force. Alright, now we're gonna go down the normal end. It says bad end on the walkthrough, but on every choice that you don't choose, it says normal end beside it. So, is it a bad end? Is it a good end? I don't know. We'll find out. Actually, I have to go to the very beginning because I have to choose something before this one. So let me just go back and redo this, I guess. I will be doing the skip function to go to every choice, and we will be reading every choice because I don't think I read any of them. But if you want to skip to just the ending, I will leave that down below as well. But if you want completion, you can follow along here if I can ever get this to speed up. So we're going to say we're not particularly we are sentimental about this room. Sorry. Well, of course I am. It's a little hazy compared to 2 years ago, but this is my house. I'm going to do the skip function so that way when we've already seen it, it'll just leave. Because this is where Father promised to meet me again one day.
私の家バカバカしい。それは錯覚だよ、姉さん。
Alright, now we're going to try walking outside. We're cooped up in the room after being taken to the cathedral. Taking a moment to check for surveillance, I take a step into the hallway that was built in the basement of the cathedral. I don't have any particular objective, but there's no need to sit around idly in that room. Better for me to walk around and see what the interior looks like. Silencing the sounds of my footsteps, I look around at me as I walk along. A truly majestic cathedral, having been made into Twilight's headquarters, feels like such a waste. I slowly walk, taking in the sacred atmosphere when...
Oh yeah! そこへ行くのはマイシエスタではないかね?
That voice I'll never get used to resonates and echoes throughout the surroundings. Please don't let that be your new nickname for me.
では、人形と呼び直すとしよう。
Oh my goodness.
で、マイシスター改め人形はここで何をしているのかね?
Nothing in particular, I just thought I'd have a look around.
ほほう、散歩かね。結構、大いに結構。知的好奇心こそ発展への翼だからね。
I think it's funny that she's like, don't call me my sister, but she's willing to accept a doll. Okay. Without so much as looking my way, Nemo's body wavers as he comes closer. Frankly, I doubt anything I say will get through to him. But perhaps he's been informed of at least some of the details of the plan. Hesitantly, I resolve to ask him. So, Nemo, I heard from Victor, an impy that used to be in the Royal Society.
Oh, そう、その通りだと思う。私はかの教会で生涯最高のライバルたるビクター・フランケンシュタインと出会い、夕日の中で友情を結んだのだよ。
Why would you even entertain him? Like, I just can't stand listening to him.
しかし、
Oh my
あ
goodness.
の場所は有り余る私の才を収めておくにはあまりにも狭すぎた。教会の盆栽どもを尻目に私はザイアへと下り研究を続けてね。そしてあとはそちらも知っての通り。
Like, why does this section have to be so long?
あのブラックギャザリングにて生涯最強のライバルたるインピーバビケンと出会ったのだ。
Oh my. I hate this man so much. Nemo hollers as if he's overcome with emotions. Greatest of his lifetime and most formidable of his lifetime. I'm not sure what the difference is. I ignore the bizarre flow of the conversation and cut to the chase. Nemo, why are you helping Finis? Oh my goodness, this man.
君は一つ勘違いをしているようだね。私は別にあの人形に協力しているわけではない。
Correct me if I'm wrong, but the term they're using for doll in Japanese sounds very similar to human. if it isn't human itself. Maybe it's how they say it in Japanese that they translate it to doll. I don't know.
あくまでもアイザック先生の復活という目的に協力しているに過ぎないのだよ。
That's right. Nima used to be Fowler's apprentice.
私を見出してくれたアイザック先生の下で働くのは至上の喜び。恩は恩で返す男だよ、私は。アイザック先生こそ科学の神の決心。また共に科学の道を邁進する日を待ち望んでおりますよ。
And he basically said that he doesn't care whenever you meet him. Wouldn't God of Science be an oxymoron? Perhaps science is something of a faith to him. I decided to make my exit as he continues to preach on about the magnificence of science. For the time being, I returned to my room. That's funny, she could just walk away as he's talking. Alright, Isaac came out for the first time, and we're gonna say, why did you put this poison inside of me? If you love me, then why did you create me with this poison? I never wanted to become a monster. I wanted to be normal.
何を勘違いしている。フィーニスから聞いているはずだ。私が愛しているのはカルディアだけだ。お前自身の意志などノイズに過ぎない。
A clear rejection, denying me of my very self. This man probably has no intention of acknowledging me in the slightest. His words were colder than ice, as though the gentle voice from before was a lie. We've already seen all that now. As Finis shouts, we're going to take his suggestion and run away. Following Finis' command, I turn my back to the scene and begin to run. I don't want to die. Besides, Finis wouldn't be able to get away if I stayed behind. Or so I convinced myself. But luckily, my biggest reason for turning my back is because I don't want to watch as my brother and friend kill one another. I continued to run as I faced out the death cries that echo out one after another. My body feels hot, my sight wavers, my whole body alerts me of this pain. My transformation to the Philosopher's Stone seems to have slowed, but even so I can't ignore the heaviness of my body. Finis had just broken her out of the tube. We're going to ask what of the outside. What's happening out there?
やっと口を開いたと思ったら第一声がそれ。まあいいけどさ。
I know, he came up here to rescue you, and all you care about is what's going on outside. Shrugging his shoulders as if bored, Finis begins to tell me as if imparting gifts to take with me to the afterlife.
今は姉さんの大好きなロンドンの連中が船を必死にかき集めてこのノーチラスへ攻撃を仕掛けている最中だよ。
I feel like he said that in the other choice too.
案外手こずってはいるけど、ま、姉さんが心配する必要なんてないよ。ついにタイムリミットだからね。
Oh, what's our time limit? Maybe it's different, I don't know. As if activated by those words, poisonous, death-bringing gem reacts. Yep, I don't think this is in the... Oh, it is, okay. Actually, I think I have the wrong Finis confused here. I think this is the Finis that's still connected to the main body. Because when Finis comes back, he's already merged his conscience with Isaac. Anyway, we're going to skip to the unread part. Alright, we are at the unread part of this story. He was just thinking about his, all the Finises that he tried to make, and when he made Cardia, and she was perfect and all that, and put the Philosopher's Stone in her. And we're going back to Cardi's perspective, I believe, now. Father's thoughts, his past, his emotions, they all rush through my heart at once. What's the use? Now that I know about Father's past, the subtle hesitation that sprouted inside of me is beginning to spread. My consciousness still has the upper hand, but Father's consciousness has undoubtedly taken root inside my heart. In a day, 2 days, perhaps a week, sooner or later, Father's thoughts will revive, and he will once again carry out code realized by sacrificing his sister. Oh, so it's Finis's thoughts. Oh my goodness, I was getting a little bit confused at first. Then Finis, don't lose yourself. Please just... Okay. Since it was dark and stuff, I thought she was still inside the tube, but I forgot he's already pulled her out. Finis? Or it can't be.
残念だったな。私の勝ちだ。
Maybe this is the bad end. Oh my goodness. The corners of his lips bend.
アイザック・ベックフォード。彼の意識を乗っ取ったのか。
Oh yeah, he inhabited the last Finis there was. No, it can't be. Because my little brother Finis, he's...
あの人形の意識なら完全に消去した。もう二度と目覚めることはない。
Oh, poor Finis. My chest aches with every word I force out. Sorry, sister. You were always telling me not to treat myself like a doll, and now listen to me. It can't be, Finis.
何を悲しむ必要がある。無数にいた人形の一人が消えただけ。必要ならまた作ればいいだけだ。お前の望む通りの性格にしてもいい。
Goodness, it's evil Isaac. He sounds like Finis, but it doesn't sound like Finis. Don't you dare treat my brother like a doll any longer. Isaac Beckford, I'll never forgive you. Where's she going? Along with sister's anger-filled words, Hansel steps forward.
いいんだね。
Are we going to kill Finis? I answer on the inside on behalf of sister who won't. Yes, it's all right. Oh, okay. So is he having like a telepathic communication with Hansel? Like, I doubt it's telepathically, but it's like he's answering to himself. If she realizes that I still have my consciousness, this full sister of mine will likely try to save me at all costs. Oh, really? Even if she knew the dire consequences for the world. And so, this is quite alright.
終わりにしよう。アイザック。
Thought Isaac said his consciousness was gone. Hansel lifts up his fork. Sister watches without stopping him. It's rather saddening that the final expression I'll get to see on sister's face is one filled with anger and sadness.
さよなら。僕のね。
Are you really going to talk to her in your dying moments to let her know that you were still there all this time? That's really cruel. Oh my goodness. Like, I'd be so mad at him. The last Finis that father had taken over was felled. Upon learning that the Nautilus would be exiled to the sky by the hands of Nemo and the others, I made a choice not to return to the surface. It would only feel lonely for Finis and father to disappear in the sky after all. I wondered if I'd be laughed at if I said that out loud. But when I put my thoughts into words, Hansel didn't discourage me.
家族が離れるのは寂しいから。僕たちは地上へ戻るけど、君は君の思うままに。
See Hansel off as he leaves with a sorrowful smile. I wonder about the inside of the steel headstone now devoid of life. Then, I arrive in Finis's production room. Lines of incomplete Finises that can't yet be considered people. I stop before the unfinished figures that float in the culture tank. Not possessing as much knowledge as father, I don't know the controls for the apparatus, but even so, I immobilize what little knowledge I have and operate the console. What is she going to do? With their memory sphere destroyed and their memories erased, there's no telling what will happen to these unborn Finises. As I continue to wait in silence, Finis opens his eyes and quietly speaks.
あなたは誰?
I thought you said they couldn't be considered as people yet. But you awaken one anyway. Will they even look human? I don't know. I'm Cardia, your sister.
僕の姉さん?
Yes, that's right. My dear little brother, Finis. I gently embrace him. Oh, this is really sad. Well, she said they can't be considered people, but I'm sure they look like Finis enough, right? That she awoken one of them. But she's just going to awaken one, and that's her new little brother now. I don't know what will happen to the knowledge beyond this point, but if the ship were to arrive somewhere, let's live together, Finis, you and me, the two of us forever. I will love him in father's stead, the man who ended up on the wrong path, because the one thing I can offer him is my love. Oh, that was a pretty sad ending, actually. Well, that is the end of Code Realize Future Blessings. I hope you guys enjoyed. I get to finally mark this off on my playlist as completed. 5 months later, we have resolution now. Only to start Wintertide Miracles, yay! So I'm not going to be doing Wintertide Miracles on any kind of release schedule or anything. It's just whenever I have extra time and I get it recorded, I'll start releasing them in December for the Christmas stories and probably some of the love triangles as well. But there are quite a few people who like 9 Rip, so definitely I'm going to be focusing on that with Cupid Parasite as the second played game. I said I was going to release them like a 2-to-1 ratio, but I think, I don't know, it might change. It might change to like 1-and-1. I might just alternate back and forth, who knows. I guess it depends how much I really end up liking the fan disc. I really like it a lot right now. Now that we're out of Ryuki's route. I mean, that route was kind of frustrating because he was always like so mad at Rei and he just wouldn't correct it. But Shelby, on the other hand, they're already married and I don't know what his route's going to be yet. The first section was just on their honeymoon, so yeah, I'm curious of where that's going to go, and I'll just keep recording it until it frustrates me, and then maybe I'll slow down on it. I don't know. Unfortunately, I get wishy-washy with those games like that. I wish this would stop trying to go to. I'm gonna sit on this. I'm gonna sit on this screen so it stops going to the theme song. And I have my snake on a little snake treadmill right now as I do my closing thoughts here. But yeah. So anyway, that's my plan going forward. 9 Rip, Cupid Parasite, and Code Realize on the side, like on the weekends and stuff when I get bored. Or if I have extra time during the week, which I actually had a lot of extra time during this week. I did a lot of editing for videos I had recorded last weekend, so that's basically what I'm going to be doing on the weekends since I'm not in a slump in the Atomi world anymore. I think there was like 2 whole weeks where I didn't post anything, but I'm out of that now, and the weekends is just going to be like extra recording time since I don't normally post on the weekends, but if I feel like I got behind like on Friday when I couldn't finish because I accidentally closed Premiere Pro instead of save, that set me back like 30 minutes. Well, it didn't set me back. It set me back a little bit. I ended up finding the autosave file. I wasn't looking in the right folder, so I was like really depressed. I just went to bed. But I found the autosave folder. I was able to recover pretty much everything that I had lost when I hit the close button. So that saved me a little bit of time today. Still got out really late anyway. I didn't even wake up until 1. And then my husband's like, we need to go grocery shopping for Thanksgiving. I was like, oh, okay, go grocery shopping. I didn't get to edit it until like 3. So anyway, if you guys enjoy, drop a like down below and or subscribe. And I hope you guys will check out my 9RIP videos. They are very entertaining and very cute to watch. Both of these characters are extremely adorable right now. Or check out my Cupid Parasite. It is the Fandis, so keep that in mind. And if you need to watch, you know, the first game, I also have the first game recorded as well. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.